Hello everyone and welcome back to Star Wars Battlefront. So today we are going to be talking about the multiplayer. EA just announced that they are going to be disabling purchases of crystals in-game while they figure out exactly what they're going to be doing. And they'll also be removing the ability to advance using those crystals to purchase crates and that sort of thing. So now it's all based on gameplay, apparently, for the time being. So it seems like the main issue that they've had are they're at least attempting to be more cooperative, I guess. I completely understand why people don't trust them. This is EA after all, and they have done their good part to destroy game franchises before. Command and Conquer, Mass Effect, that sort of thing. So it's hard to trust them. It really is. I'm hopeful that the people between DICE, EA, and even Disney are putting in the effort to actually solve this issue, but we'll see. Anyways, right now, one thing that I wanted to look at was, well, let's see. Does it still say you can get more crystals? No, it does not. Okay. So they have the section, but you can't get anything there. Okay. Interesting. So they have followed through on that promise so far. Another thing I wanted to touch on was how long it took me to get the 15,000 credits to purchase a hero. Now, I've already purchased a couple star crates because I've passed that 15,000 mark. I reached the 15,000 mark. If you can trust Origin's gameplay timer, whatever, it's at about 6 hours to get to 15,000. Now, this isn't including the 3,000 credits that I received from playing it was either from the beta or from pre-ordering the deluxe edition or something like that. One of those things gave me 3,000 credits. But beyond that, yeah, it took about 6 hours according to Origin's timer. Let's see, it came out on Monday. It's currently going into Friday. I'm recording this Thursday night. So it's been about 4 days. I've played a few hours each day, mostly been focusing on the campaign. So a lot of the things that I have unlocked have been through the campaign. I've done 9 of the campaign milestones through the missions so far, each of which, well, not all of them give 500 credits, some of them have crates. Let's see, what else? I've only done 2 trooper milestones, 10 multiplayer milestones. Haven't done anything for the arcade milestones yet. So that's still a work in progress as well. But yeah, it's pretty much just been playing. I've played some arcade games, played a bit of multiplayer, and then played through the campaign. And that's what has gotten me to the amount of credits needed to unlock either Vader or Luke Skywalker. I ultimately decided to unlock the Emperor first, though. He was 10,000 credits. Him and Leia and Chewbacca are 10,000. And then Iden Versio is 5,000. But I wanted to do the Emperor because I really like his playstyle. Still have a lot of work to do with him. But yeah, we're still waiting to see exactly what EA is going to do now as far as the whole progression. I mean, right now it's going to be through gameplay, which is a good start. Hopefully that's the way they continue. Comparing the progression in this game to the previous one, instead of doing... Because in the previous game, you would do the star cards by buying the star cards individually. So like, let's go to Assault, for example. You'd go to it, you'd go to the different area, and obviously there was only one trooper class because there was just like the main trooper. And then you could deck yourself out with each. This one has a little bit more variety, which is good because they have the different classes. But as you can see, if you compare the stats on this, An improved version of the thermal detonator with a larger blast radius and shorter recharge time. Well, it starts at 6 and goes up to 7. That's not much of a big deal. But some of these get a little crazy. Let's see. Toxin, regen delay, battle points increase. Well, that can be a big thing on its own. Recharge speed increase can also be pretty big. Health on melee kill, 100. So pretty much with a melee kill, you can gain back almost all of your points, or all of your health, in one little hit, which can be a nice thing, but overpowered ability as well. Let's see, what else? Oh, Starfighter stuff. The Starfighter stuff can definitely become overpowered with the star cards here. So let's take a look. Now I just have a basic star card, reinforced hull on my fighter. It gives a 5% increase, but as you can see, the epic one is 20%. That's a huge difference. Same goes for like some of these. This tactical jammer increases the time for enemies to gain missile lock. 50% increase is a little bit. 200% increase, that's a big difference. Regeneration delay, time to lock on decrease, damage increase, up to 40% damage increase. Well, that's torpedoes. Do they have? Yes, okay. So 20% for, oh wait, that's fighter system. Okay, regular damage increase, 10%. Okay, so it's not as big as the 40% on the proton torpedoes. But then again, you know, those torpedoes used against a fighter, that 40% increase is pretty much going to wipe out any ship, save for the hero craft. Now, overall, I definitely like the Starfighter combat much more in this game than I have in the first Battlefront. The regular gameplay. So for Galactic Assault, it's much like the previous versions in the first Battlefront. A few different varieties of missions which are neat, with the progression and that sort of thing. Heroes versus villains, pretty much the same as the previous one, except that it's all heroes and all villains, instead of just 3 heroes and villains with 3 separate support groups. I haven't played much of Striker Blast so far, so that I can't say too much on. But overall, I would imagine they're probably not too bad. Too different from what their Battlefront 1 version was. Now, also in this video, I want to cover the arcade mode, because to me, this is one of the most important things. And I feel that it's still lacking. Now, I know in the Ask Me Anything that was on the Star Wars Battlefront Reddit, or subreddit, page, they did say that they're planning to continue to build upon arcade mode, which is good, because they definitely need to. As you can see, when you go into arcade mode, right now there's only a team battle and an onslaught. Onslaught are waves, team battle is pretty much a deathmatch version. So there's no Walker Assault, there's no Starfighter Assault, both of which the first Battlefront had in its skirmish mode by the time that it reached its quote-unquote end of life. So that is disappointing on its own, because I was so looking forward to being able to play those in the arcade mode. So hopefully they'll add those back pretty soon. What else? But yeah, that's just a little overview of the multiplayer in arcade, and of what LucasArts, or not LucasArts because they don't exist anymore, of what EA has announced in regards to Battlefront 2. I am hopeful that they are actually going to follow through on this and do what needs to be done to improve Battlefront, to not return to a pay-to-win scheme and actually have a real focus on making progression easier, because as it is right now, as it's been left, it's going to take forever to unlock everything in this game. So that's not a good thing. Second, I hope that they take advantage of the potential for customization and doing the downloadable content. Like, I mean, if you look at the heroes right now, the Emperor really doesn't have any change appearance. Most of the heroes actually don't have any appearance changes. I think the only ones are Han with a smuggler appearance change, and Rey and Kylo I know have appearance changes. Does Lando? Lando does not. So that opens up a big field of things that can be changed. For one, you can have Luke with his either Hoth gear or turn to his like Jedi training on Dagobah gear, and instead of having a green lightsaber, have him with a blue lightsaber. That's one simple fix that they could do easily. And I'm sure there's plenty of other customization options that they could look into doing that would provide them with a source to get income, while at the same time, you know, satisfying the player base. Because as it was, from all of my testing in the early access period of Battlefront 2, I mean, it is pay to win. There was no way around it. I saw people bringing out tremendous things in battle with those green or purple star cards that are rank 3 or 4 or whatever, and just decimating the matches. Which also leaves me a little concerned too, because from what I understand, people who've already bought those things are going to keep those, which, I mean, you really can't take it away because they've already purchased those. So, you know, there's no getting around that. But at the same time, those people are going to have a big head start in terms of everything. So, but what can you do? It's going to be what it is. But yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, the credit earning is better than was stated as a worst case scenario. So you will be able to learn Luke and Vader within a relatively decent period of time. Now you won't be able to unlock all of them in a decent period of time. It's going to take a little bit extra work. So my guess would be it's probably going to be about 40 hours to unlock both or all 3 of those, or all of the different characters and that sort of thing. So that's going to suck. Now they do offer time challenges, which are like daily little things. It's only like 100 credits though, so that's really not enough to do anything. I haven't gone through to look at all the different mission rewards that you receive and the other milestones. I'm sure as things go on and as they add the Last Jedi free DLC, that more milestones will be added as well, and more opportunities to earn credits. If I recall correctly, I think some of the things for the Last Jedi is there's going to be a series of events going on to probably earn credits and that sort of thing. So beyond that, let me know if you've played Battlefront, what you think of it. Do you think EA is making the right decision on this? I mean, I imagine you would, because pretty much everyone is in conclusion that what they're doing is right now. It's just whether or not we can trust EA. So I guess the better question is, do you trust EA to actually follow through on improving the standard for taking, I guess, the pay to win out of Battlefront 2? And if you do, I mean, if you haven't purchased Battlefront, are you going to purchase Battlefront 2 now? Or are you still waiting? Alright, folks. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and we'll go from there. And stay tuned for the rest of my Battlefront 2 campaign. I have a few more missions to record, but there's still quite a few to go about actually posting on the channel, so we'll see from there. Alright folks, see you later.